Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time. It is now. When you're listening to this, it'll be Christmas Day.
That's right.
So Merry Christmas or Happy Hanukkah or whatever the fuck you do. We will be doing something, I'm sure.
Or Happy Birthday.
Or
Happy
happy
birthday.
No, that's true. It could be. But our gift to you this year, yeah, we're cheap, is the gift of our top 10 albums of 2011.
Woo!
So Hell22 here with Murmaider. We've each compiled 10 albums that are our top 10 in order.
Top 10 favorite albums.
Favorite. That's the key here. They're favorites.
Year.
We're not saying they're the best because it's all subjective. You know, so what Murmaider thinks is the best, I might not. You might think BT Bam is the best. Whatever. You suck. So anyway, we're going to go through these, but we just wanted to give two little pieces of information. First, number one, again, favorites. So these are the ones that we got stuck on, the ones we listened to, the ones we enjoyed the most.
Yep.
So all ratings aside, everything.
Now, before we get into the top 10s, we would just like to mention a couple that didn't quite make the list that were barely there. It was really hard to pick 10 albums.
It's damn near impossible.
Yeah.
So if you want to bitch about it, fuck you.
Yeah.
It's not as easy as you think. I think your initial list was what, 18?
Yeah.
Mine was 22.
So, yeah.
So
the main three that I just wanted to mention that didn't make my top 10 list was Stradivarius.
oh shit.
Elysium. Right there. It was on and then I took it off. Amon Amarth's
Surtur Rising.
yeah,
Wow. Okay.
Surtur Rising. And then the recent album that I did by the band October, which is a self-titled album. I really like them too. They were the sludge band that I...
Maybe if you'd had more time, maybe it would have made it.
Yeah, yeah, if I listened a little more. But I mean, it's definitely up there, and it was really hard to try to include that in. So, but
Well, I have three as well. We decided, kind of mutually that we weren't going to do EPs, that we were going to try and keep it to full albums.
yeah.
So my first two casualties, Sam Locke's Era EP, it would have been on there, but we tried to go with full albums, so I had to leave that off. Blizzard at Sea, in variants, I must have listened to that 600 times. The song Closed Universe still catches me every time. And then Grey November, Fall in the House of Usher, which was an amazing album, but I don't feel like I gave it enough time to listen to it, so I couldn't include it on the top 10.
Right.
But those were right on the cusp. If we did a top 13, I think those would have been the next three for each of us.
maybe next year.
All right, so we're going to get right into it.
Yep.
Murmaider, start us off. What's number 10 on your list?
My number 10 is North Song, Winter's Dominion.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And we had that on our sampler.
Yeah.
So you guys can check that out and pick up our sampler and hear it's track 6 actually.
It is track 6.
And it's one of my favorite songs. That album was just great. Really like I don't know, just such a strong Viking like power metal for this year. And I mean, it was really that's why it was so hard to compare it to like listening to like Amon Amarth, because Amon Amarth is just perfect Viking metal that you get every time. But these guys are not as known, and I like the quality in it.
These guys, you mean this guy?
This guy, that's right.
Not the sky, this guy.
Yeah. But I don't know. I just felt like it should be number 10 on my list.
I definitely I can agree with that. That's a great album, and Cortland Runyon does a great job. We did an interview with him, and like you said, the song Mountains of Madness is on the sampler.
Yeah.
Great song, great album. So good choice for number 10. Good
Yep.
choice. I didn't go with North Song for number 10.
No?
I actually went with the melodic doom band from Norway, Omit. Their album Repose
Really?
comes in at number 10 on my list because it really changed the way I feel about doom. This is the first album that I really listened to that was considered melodic doom. So it's like My Dying Bride in the tempo, it's like My Dying Bride in the instrumentation, but with a beautiful female voice taking the lead. And that really absolutely set me off for this year on this doom kick. I mean, after this one, I was all over doom.
Yeah.
Some great tracks on there, and if you get a chance to listen to this one, definitely go check them out. Check out their website, check out their review, because I think fans of doom, fans of melody, fans of like operatic female vocals are all going to like this one. So there's number 10 on my list.
All right.
Mermaider, number 9.
Number 9 is Ed Guy.
Ed Guy.
Yes.
Well, wait, don't say that too loud. We might get sued again.
I know. Their new album, Age of the Joker, was another one of my favorites this year. had a lot of really good songs on it, and of course Tobias Sammet is got to be one of my favorite composers.
Oh, absolutely.
The stuff that he puts together is just awesome, and Ed Guy is a really fun band to listen to. If you guys haven't listened to too much of their stuff, a lot of great power metal there, right there. But yeah, I had to put that on. I almost forgot about him for a second because I actually haven't listened to the album in a month or two, and I was just going through my list of stuff and came across them. So that was my number 9.
That's a good choice. That's a good fucking choice. Now, I just reviewed this album a week or so ago, but I felt like I had to include it because it just did so much for me. The name of the band is Nemesis. The album, The Quiet Resistance, made my list.
I remember them.
They are from the Netherlands, and there's definitely going to be the comparisons to Within Temptation, but those comparisons are justified, but this album, absolutely great. I was really impressed with it, from the instrumentation to the vocals, really strong, and then what capped the album off for me was the collaboration they did on the last track of the album with the lead singer of Rammstein. That was the punctuation mark at the end of the album, and I can't think of a bad thing to say about it, except for the intro track. We'll skip the intro track because it's just, the whispering nonsense. It sounds like it's going to start a Korn song, but it's only a minute long, so we'll just forgive that.
Oh gosh.
So definitely give them a listen. If you're into female-fronted metal, this is definitely a good place to start. So check out Nemesis, The Quiet Resistance.
All right.
Number 8 for you, Mr. Murmaider.
My number 8 band was Amorphous.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That made your 10, huh?
It did. The Beginning of Time. And I just feel like I've been listening to them for a while now, and this album it was so good front to back. And it's just like Silent Waters. It reminds me of just how much I loved it. Like, I loved Silent Waters back from 2007. And even Skyforger I really enjoyed. But this one I feel like was just like above and beyond. And great melodic riffs and everything in that album is, we need to see them again because we haven't seen them in a while.
Yeah, no, we haven't seen them since, what was it, February 09, 08, 09?
Probably, yeah.
I think it was February 13th if I'm not mistaken, but they were at the top of my mid-year list, but they didn't actually make my final list, and not because the album's bad, like you said, it was great, and I think it brought them back. I really enjoyed Silent Waters. Didn't so much enjoy Skyforger.
Right.
A couple good songs. Silver Bride was a good one, but this new album, you're right, was just great, and it's kind of them at their best.
Yeah.
So that's a good choice.
Yep.
I went with one that I don't know. I think it's on your list. Maybe we haven't even looked at each other's list. That's how crazy this is. But my number 8 actually is going to be Appalachian Winter.
What?
Dan Klein. I was slow to get on this. You listened to it, you did the review, and you kept bothering me like, dude, check it out.
Yep.
And after listening to it the first time, I was like, fuck it. Now they're the band. He is the band of the month.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, I just got into it, and the album is just so good.
Yeah.
And in particular, another song that appears on the sampler, the song Solitude, just absolutely unreal.
Yep.
And I am absolutely hooked on this, so I give all kudos to Dan and for putting this album together. And again, one-man band isn't easy.
No.
But he did a hell of a job. So Appalachian Winter, self-titled, comes in at number 8 for Hell22. You there, Guy?
Yes, sir.
7? You
Number
got a 7?
I do, actually. And it is Junius.
Junius?
Yeah.
At number 7?
Number 7, Reports
Holy
to the
shit.
Threshold of Death.
Wow.
Oh, excuse me, Reports from the Threshold of Death. Yeah, that, I love that album. That was one of our Band of the Months.
Yep.
And, I definitely had to include that one. And when we saw them live, that's really what caught me, was when we saw them live. And, went out and picked up their albums, and I know you've been hooked on the album for a long time. I listened to it for a pretty long time, and that's definitely one I could always go back to and enjoy.
Oh, absolutely. That's a great choice, and that unbelievable. Just a great album, and you're right. Seeing them live really was all the difference in the world, because I'd listened to them before and I liked them, but their live show is just so. I don't know what to say other than powerful. It's powerful, and they really had the crowd going, and I really appreciated that.
Yeah.
Good choice. My number 7 is the band with the number for a name, 3, their new album, The Ghost You Gave to Me. I had been waiting for this album forever after The End Has Begun, and I was not disappointed at all. And this one actually was one that we got to spread to some other people, people we work with, people we know who have really enjoyed it as well. And what made the difference for me in this album was, again, seeing them live, seeing them open by surprise for Within Temptation, and hearing them play the song Sparrow live got me excited about the prospect of this new album. Definitely a great one to listen to. I mean, React, Sparrow, it's a lot of great songs on there, and Joey Eppard really outdid himself. He kind of lost a little bit of the acoustic sound, but went for a little bit more for the electric. And I definitely think that some songs on here are the heaviest they've ever done, and I respect that, and I think they did a great job. And they are, to us, they are semi-local. They're from Woodstock, which is pretty close to where we are. Yeah. So, yep, there's number 7. 3, The Ghost You Gave to Me.
So your number 3 is 7, or is number 7?
I thought about making it 3 just for the the irony of the whole thing. All right, so to round out the bottom 5, Murmaider, what's your number fucking 6?
My number 6 was actually Within Temptation.
I was thinking it was going to make it.
I kept them on. Yep. I went back and just re-listened to that album, The Unforgiving, and I love that album. I know it's different than a lot of their stuff. It's not as symphonic. And actually, like, I don't know if we talked about this before, but the how some of the tempos could actually fall into like a more of electronic type of music.
There's definitely that.
Yeah, because she's done work with Armin van Buuren and a couple other like DJs before. But I mean, it's so catchy. I know the lyrics are a little corny too. Some of the lyrics are a little corny. Yeah. But they're trying to tell a story, and they're having fun with it. And I don't know. I just each song, I don't skip a song on that album, and I just love each one. They're all so good, and I really enjoyed that one. So I had to put it on there, number 6.
No, I think that's a good one, and I wasn't sure if you were gonna get that on there, but that actually almost made my list. Yeah. After you kind of singing the praises of it, and me kind of going like, well, it's a good album, but some of the songs on there, like you said, they're telling a story, and even if the lyrics are a little cheesy at times, I think it's a great album. Yep. Number 6 on my end to finish out the bottom 5 was Mirath from the African nation of Tunisia. Oh yeah. Really, really dug this album. Really melodic, progressive power metal, and I mean the range on the vocals alone. Zahir Zargadi is the vocalist. Just absolutely blew my mind, and it kind of takes something like Orphanland does. Kind of that, I hate to call it Middle Eastern metal, but I guess that's the best way to put it. Right. Incorporating the Middle Eastern sounds into progressive power metal. It's almost like Symphony X in the desert. So Mirath's Tales of the Sands comes in at number 6, and I think you guys really need to hear this one, and I think it's readily available. You can get it anywhere, Amazon, iTunes, whatever, so definitely check it out, because you're going to be pretty impressed with the new wave of progressive power metal. Alright, so that was the bottom 6. Now these were the toughest ones, I think, was picking the top 5.
Yeah, and putting in order.
Oh my god.
Of them.
Putting them in order, that was just not fun.
No.